Hello everyone and welcome to episode 29 of the WCW 2000 save. It's the first pay-per-view of the new era of WCW. It's the Great American Bash. We're in the Pyramid Arena in Tennessee. Just under 18,000 people are here. And you're watching this on, October the 6th, I think this is. October the 7th. I'm recording this on September the 10th, so I am very ahead of schedule. So apologies. Once again, I've said this a lot of times, if I have not responded to anything in videos over the last month. I am very ahead of schedule. Like, very ahead. Just because I am very busy. So, apologies if you're frustrated that I've not replied to anything in the videos. Hopefully you've been enjoying the shorter format of episodes as well. That has been great because it's allowed me to really hammer through these recordings and having to book Thunder as well. Which, I should have just cancelled Thunder at the very beginning, but we live and we learn on this channel, and learn being, debatable. So, the Great American Bash, we have a pre-show match, which is this match here, which is a 4-way tag just to get guys on the card. The Cat Associates picked up the win. There you go. It's just a throwaway, get guys on the card, see what happens. Hopefully people will impress me. Palumbo and Jindrak are getting slightly better. Berlin was the best guy in the match by a distance, so that's good. But the show, the pyro goes, the ballyhoo goes, the shots of the crowd and all the signs, and Tony Schiavone's gone nuts. As we open the show with the Cruiserweight title, and I forgot to take Tori off of management duties for Ray. So that's annoying. I'll fix that in a second. But Billy Kidman defeats Rey Mysterio in 12:28 when Ray got disqualified. After going into an attacking rage, Kidman makes defense number 2 of the belt. He keeps the belt from Ray once again, but this time it's because Ray's temper got the better of him. He kept getting goaded in the match. Tori was getting involved and Ray just snapped. And just basically one of those get him into the corner, referees try to pull them off, he's not letting go. And the referees just went, you know what, had enough of this, I'm throwing the match out. Sorry Ray, but you've ruined this opportunity. The match gets a 67, which is good. The segment is fine. The bell keeps ringing, but a deranged Rey Mysterio Jr. keeps attacking Kidman, even going so far as to crack the title off of his skull as revenge, as Tori screams at him to stop, before referees and security eventually get in to pull Rey away. We can pretend Kidman's maybe bleeding at this point. Rey has lost it. He's just lost his head. He's cost himself the title. Kidman is still the Cruiserweight champion, and it's a hot start to the show. A show that I'm not super confident in, and this next match is why. I probably shouldn't have done this. Jimmy Hart introduces the best wrestler in the world, Lance Storm, who comes down for his open challenge against any so-called wrestler in the back. Daphne's Angels come out, and Daphne says her big man Hugh Morris is going to come down there and take that prestigious hardcore title away from that creep. It gets a 32. The match is much better with a 46. But Lance Storm defeats Hugh Morris to retain the hardcore title. I just enjoy the idea of Lance Storm hardcore champion, what can I say? And I really like that him and Jimmy Hart are a good pairing as well. And Hugh and Daphne being a good pairing is also very pleasing. Decent enough, 46. It could have been worse. I'm hoping the show's top heavy, that's my hope. But in the big grudge match that's finally happened 3 months later, Booker T, to the shock of absolutely nobody, defeats Stevie Ray in the cage with the scissors kick. He gets the pinfall, he puts his brother down, basically. Stevie Ray was really off his game, he sucks anyway. Booker T, we finally can close the chapter on this feud. Finally. And Booker T can now move on to whatever he's doing. Stevie Ray will move on to the unemployment line, probably down the line. 58's not terrible though, we can live with that. We then get a 61 as a backstage segment. Ric Flair runs into DDP and Kimberly backstage, and just as DDP clenches up ready to hit Flair, Flair says, "Hey, don't worry, I'm not here to do anything malicious." He tells DDP it's good to see him back after his little injury for the last week or so, and he'll get back on top one day. DDP appreciates it, and he goes to move on with Kimberly, but Flair has that look in his eye, and from behind he wipes DDP out, ramming him into the wall to further injure his ribs, and shouts, "It'll never be over. Flair is the man." And he said it before, he needs to get rid of people like DDP from WCW. Flair has just lost his mind. Basically. Flair's just losing it at this point. He's just a head case. He's gone insane. Basically. That's Flair's character. He's just a lying, conniving son of a bitch. Basically. But he looked good. It's a good promo. 61 overall. The next match is the tag title match, and it's not great, but I wasn't expecting it to be anyway. And again, to the surprise of nobody, Chronic defeat Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Norman Smiley to win the World Tag Team titles. Smiley obviously is working hard. Both of Chronic were off their game to the point where Hacksaw Jim Duggan outperformed Bryan Adams. And Norman was just two behind. What a disaster. This tag team scene's a mess. I have these little tag teams that I really enjoy, but none of them are really any good. It's quite annoying. It's fun though. I guess a 50. A 50's fine. The crowd's back up to hot as well, so we can't complain too much. Not a real surprise. Like, there's a small part of me that was like, let's put the tag titles on Duggan and Smiley, but I mean, Chronic makes sense. We then have another kind of throwaway, just adding shit to the card sort of segment. Bret Hart is with Kanyon in his office, and he calls him in and he says, "Look," and Canyon's like, "It's great to have a night off tonight. You know, King of TV doesn't work pay-per-view." Bret says, "Hey, whoa. Not so fast." After that stunt on Monday, he's got some bad news for Kanyon. He's not hurt, so he's got a match tonight. A TV title defense, in fact. And it's in about 3 minutes time. So you better go get ready and get out to the ring. Canyon's irate, but he storms off with the Harris brothers in tow to get ready. And in the TV title match, Kanyon is defeated by Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes gets the win over Kanyon, and a distraction from Vampiro helps his friend Dustin. He said he was going to help him. And Dustin Rhodes, surprise out of nowhere, wins the World Television title against Chris Kanyon, ending Chris Kanyon's very impressive title reign. My hope is that Kanyon's popularity isn't too dinged from this. This has happened for a couple reasons. I think Kanyon is well above the TV title at this point, so I needed to get the belt off of him. He was a bit unhappy, but I kept him strong and he was fine afterwards. That's probably hurt the rating a little bit, of 48. Dustin, he gets that nice moment, he gets that nice win, and we can have Dustin be like the mid-card champion, you know, the king of the mid-card. He can hang about there. Kanyon, we can now move on to the main events in the US title scene. I think Kanyon deserves to be higher up. This was a necessity, and we can use the excuse for Kanyon that he didn't know he had a match until 3 minutes before it started, whereas Dustin was ready to go. Afterwards, he's sat in disbelief. As the crowd goes wild, Dustin is handed the TV title from the referee. Vampiro gets in the ring and raises Dustin's hand as Dustin is overcome with emotion. Meanwhile, Kanyon is just sat in the corner, staring into the abyss that his reign is now over. What next for Chris Kanyon? 45 overall. And I knew this match was going to be good. I wish it was a bit better, but a 66 is fine. Probably because we had to keep Chris Benoit strong because he was a little unhappy. But Mike Awesome defeats Chris Benoit in just under 14 minutes with the Awesome Bomb. And Mike Awesome is your new United States Heavyweight Champion. A bit of a shocker possibly, but Mike Awesome picks up the win. He is our new US champion. It's been a great night for Law and Order because Awesome's the US champion, Chronic the tag champions. So all good for that lot there. Now we really need the main event to be a home run. We really need it to be a home run. Sting speaks pre-match about how big a challenge this is. He's under no illusions that this will be easy, but he's going to throw everything at it to ruin Goldberg's big return. It gets a 58. And in the main event of the Great American Bash 2000, one day after my 9th birthday in real life, Goldberg wins the World Heavyweight title. He defeats Sting in just over 10 minutes with the jackhammer. The match gets a 73. It's a fantastic match. And Goldberg ends Sting's title run on his second match back to win the World Heavyweight title. The show gets a 65, which is fine, considering there was a few not great matches in here. I will take it any day of the week. Like, Lance Storm beat Hugh Morris to retain the hardcore title, for God's sake. You know what I mean? Like, we put Stevie Ray in a featured match. We're just finishing some storylines here. Goldberg wins the title though. We've had a big night of title changes. We've got the Cruiserweight title has retained by Kidman via DQ. Lance Storm retains the hardcore title, but Chronic are your new World Tag Team Champions. Dustin Rhodes is your new television champion. Mike Awesome is your new heavyweight champion. And Bill Goldberg is back, and he is the World Heavyweight Champion. We need to praise some people, and we're going to give the Stinger, we're going to tell him he's awesome. We're going to tell Big Billy Goldberg that he's awesome. Wherever Goldberg is. He's under G, isn't he? Duh. And who else are we going to give a lot of praise? Let's give let's give Chris Benoit the praise, because he's still angry at me. There we go. They're all pleased. Benoit was happy with the speech. We made 339,000 on that show, which isn't too bad considering how bad the pay-per-view revenue is. And we've not lost any popularity in the US. We've gained some elsewhere. I did not mean to click this, but we're doing a media scrum. The company's got a bright future. Goldberg and the Cats. I support Goldberg. Okay. Chris Benoit is unhappy. He's still a big part of my plans and valued. Bobby Heenan and Mike Tenay were awkward on commentary. I thought they did a good job. That's fine. Sabu's angry. He's still a big part of my plans, even though he's not. Benoit and Flair had a fight. Oh god. It wasn't anything serious. I accidentally clicked the media scrum. I didn't want to do that. My booking skills taking a hit, which from 4 to 5, 5 to 4 even. Like, we sucked as a booker anyway, so who cares? But it's a decent show. Like, I was a bit concerned about the show in general, but a 65 is okay. The main event really pulled it together. I'm happy with how it's gone at the end. That's fine by me. What are we going to look at here? So far this month we're on a 90 grand profit. It's very rare that we look at this screen during the month and it's in profit, so fingers crossed. We're going to make it's our best pay-per-view revenue month ever almost. We should beat that by the time we have a few more Nitros. Broadcast revenue's looking good. Ticket sales are looking really good. We're doing very cheap. We're doing cheap tickets for Nitro tonight. Merchandise is looking okay. Sponsorship is what it is at this point, and hopefully the Alliance money will be good. Because if we can minimise how big the loss is every month in New Japan, I mean, look at New Japan. Like, obviously they've got workers' costs to come off, but like, we might whisper it quietly, very, very quietly. We could make a profit this month, okay? In the month of June 2000, this company could make a profit. Probably not enough to get out of the 20 million in debt anytime soon, but maybe to start getting out of the 20 million in debt, we could make a profit. But good show overall. Title change. Well, title change everywhere. But we have a Cruiserweight champion is still Billy Kidman. Our Hardcore champion is still Lance Storm. We're just trying to build Lance up a little bit here. Mike Awesome is your new United States Heavyweight Champion. Goldberg is a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. He is our new Heavyweight Champion. Ending the reign of Sting at 147 days. It's been a very impressive title run from Sting, who will have to figure out what he's doing next. Chronic have won the tag titles for the first time, and your new television title holder for the first time in his career is Dustin Rhodes, ending the incredibly impressive run of Canyon, who has gained popularity. He's not taken a ding at all, so that's fantastic news. Dustin's gained a few, so that's also really good. What's Sting looking like after that loss? He's stayed the same. Goldberg has also stayed the same. This is pleasing. Mike Awesome is up to 67 everywhere basically. Benoit has not gone down. This is all really good. Lance Storm up to 45. Ray and Kidman, what are they doing? Ray's up 1, but he is down from May, so we need to build Ray up really quickly, I think. Kidman, 51. He's back up to where he was. That's fine by me. Who else? Adams and Clark, 42 and 56. Yeah, he's up a couple points. Brian Clark is way up since we brought him back on TV. Let's have a look. Daphne, 38. Yeah, Daphne's going up. David Flair just gone down. It's annoying. Hugh Morris, he's hovering about where he was. Who else have we used recently on the pay-per-view? Jimmy Hart, up to 50. He's just stayed the exact same. Hacksaw's at 43. Norman, where's Norman? Norman, 49. He's gone down 1 point since his peak, but he's going to be alright. Tori Wilson's at 47. She's going up. Oh, she's kind of stayed the same. Vampiro, 65. We're doing decent, I think. I mean, Flair's still in the 70s. He's gone down a few, but we can build Flair back up. Same with DDP. We can build DDP way back up. DDP is our biggest casualty at the moment. But we're using Kimberly. She's getting better at her performance skills. I mean, you know, I've turned her into an interviewer. Oh, what can I say? She's our new interviewer. I think we're on a pretty good trajectory. We've got Bash on the Beach in 27 days. I don't have a clue what on earth is going to be on that show. I would assume some form of Ray Kidman match. The third and final blow-off match, probably. But I'm happy with how things are going. Like, if we look at our progress, obviously we have gone down. Southeast is the biggest one. But we've managed to hold the position here. And like, Mexico's way up. The British Isles are up. Japan is the exact same. Europe is up as well. Oceania is similar to a bit up. India is way down. Who cares? We've not got any TV in India. Like, we're doing alright. And if this New Japan Alliance thing can work and we can steal some of their profits, I think we're going to be okay in the long run, hopefully. Or else it's all going to go very wrong. Backstage is still abysmal. That's going to take some time to get going. But like, my hardline stance speech was good. The elaborate plot was good. I pulled a rib on Van Hammer. Van Hammer was upset by it, but I don't care, he's leaving anyway. Great American Bash was a success, and the backstage rows are having a positive effect. We just need to fix the finances and tone things down a little bit, and we should be alright. We should be okay. Hopefully, anyway. But I'm going to leave it there. I don't know when I'm next going to record an episode of this. Obviously, for you guys, it'll just be in a few days' time it'll come out. For me, I don't know when I'm going to record it, so I will probably forget everything that's happened. So apologies if the next episode is a shambles. I now need to spend some time recording some local to globals. Hopefully you're still enjoying that save as well. And hopefully you're enjoying the new WCW and this new direction we've taken the company. Before we go anywhere, actually, Bill Bush, me, my booking skills, what's happened to it? My reputation's still the same. Who cares? Who cares? We're bad at our job anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to leave it there. Yep, all good. We've not got a morale officer anymore. Who the hell? Nobody can be the morale officer. Perfect. That's just what you want to hear. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed WCW Great American Bash. Hopefully you're happy with the changes we've made. Hopefully you're happy with the direction of the company, and hopefully we can start to slowly turn this big Titanic hitting the iceberg ship around. Drop a like if you have, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in a few days' time. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.